The kiss heard round the world. Is it okay to kiss your kid's lips?
I think this is fine.
It's unusual.
That's weird.
Plus, are you a social media creeper?
I want to know who you dated before, what their habits are, what they like to wear.
We're too busy creeping and not busy enough having our lives on our own.
And could plucking your nose hair be deadly? It's called the triangle of death. Coming up next.
Are you ready to save some lives today?
Thank you.
Are you into this? I love you, Dr. It's the kiss that launched 1,000 debates. Take a look at the video of famous NFL quarterback Tom Brady kissing his son. So that's the video of Tom Brady kissing his son on the lips, set off a storm of opinions. Today, the most epic topic of all the things you just don't talk about. Should parents kiss their kids on the lips? Think about that. We've got the big debate you haven't heard anywhere else. Find out what science reveals about kissing your kids. What does it really say about you? And is there an age when you should stop doing it?
It's an unmistakable sound, a virtually universal expression of affection. And it's not just us. But when it comes to kissing your kids on the lips, people's opinions are far from universal.
That's weird.
I think this is fine. If you notice, the child is the one doing the kissing.
Looks like he's giving him mouth to mouth.
I'm fine with it. It's unusual.
I think it's totally okay to kiss your kid on the lips. It's natural.
I think it's a little inappropriate. Extended kissing on the lips, it's a little weird. My mother and I still kiss on the lips every time I see her.
If they're at the point where you couldn't carry them on your back or pick them up, they're probably too old to kiss on the lips.
We kiss on the lips all the time because Reed says that it's better that way, right? Oh, thank you. I love you.
I smell cheese.
So we put up a poll on DrOz.com asking everyone, should parents kiss their kids on the lips? Who said yes here? Let me see the hands. Hands up for yeses. Hands up for no's. Yeah, it's pretty similar. So our survey showed that 60% of you, most of you said no. 40% though said yes. So we have two families on both sides of the debate. The Samini family, you may kiss your kids. Yep. You can tell they're lip kissers. And then we have the James family who are, you can kiss your kids, they're cute. They're cheek kissers. Notice the kids go away no matter what. And, and Tom Brady's son went like this, we wiped his lips off. So the kids' reaction isn't the issue, it's what the parents do. So Molly, let me start with you.
Sure.
Where did this lip kissing stuff start in your family?
Probably when my kids were born. I mean, the thing was, I just wanted to smooch them to death. I love them so much.
So Rico, any part of you feel a little uncomfortable with the lip kissing?
Not at all. My father instilled it in us when we were kids. My mom's 81 now, and we kiss her every day. And I'm 52.
Well, you're not alone. I'll give you a couple pictures. Victoria Beckham, look at this picture of her, right? Not just Tom Brady either. Like other athletes, yeah. Victoria Beckham there, right? And Jessica Alba, so actresses, right? Public in her affection, kissing on the lips. All right, so let's see what the James have to say here, because they've got a little different perspective. So David, you guys are just pure cheek kissers.
Yeah, pure cheek kisses all the way. Like
never vary.
Never. Never.
And your mama, are you against lip kissing?
Yes, simply because I feel like, especially at a certain age, adults kiss a lot of different people.
Yes.
I actually saw something where a baby was kissed on the lips by a lot of different adults and the baby broke out. That's just not my thing. It's a little weird,
Well, let's talk about all this, because science might have something to say about this, because you're right, some cultures just have it, some don't. And I was very curious about what science says, about what seems like a very emotional issue. So keep your kids close to you, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
I brought in some experts to discuss this issue from all sides. Psychiatrist Dr. Sue Varma is here, lifestyle and etiquette expert and author of Let Crazy Be Crazy, Elaine Swan, and primary care doctor, Dr. Jen Caudle, joins us. So this is sort of interesting. Just talking for a few minutes, you saw two sets of parents obviously love their kids dearly, but in very different ways. So what does science say about parents who are affectionate with their kids? Let's just start at that level. Just parents who love their kids.
Parents who are affectionate with their kids are really setting their kids up for better physical and emotional mental health for life, physical and emotional. And what you see is that these kids grow up, and even at the age of 35, they are more resilient, they're more adaptable to stress. They have 35% less chance of being obese, less chance of having heart disease. So you really are talking about even better brain development. A part of the brain called the hippocampus is larger for kids that are shown affection. And this is involved in memory and learning. They're more motivated and more flexible.
All right, so we got that part done.
Yes.
Now, Elaine, the social etiquette part of this. Parents kissing kids on the lips.
Yes.
What does the experts say about that?
So etiquette is really more so about putting others at ease. And so if you're doing anything that's going to make someone feel uncomfortable, then you should not do it. That's one thing. But I do see one particular point in terms of age. You know, with toddlers and little ones and your preschoolers, kissing them on the lips is okay. But as children reach pubescent stage, it'll make people feel uncomfortable. So you can do whatever you want to do at home with your own family. The key is not making people feel uncomfortable, so don't do it in public.
So I got curious. I don't know if you know the answer to this, but I was wondering how many cultures actually kiss, period. And so I looked this up. You all may be interested in this. It's not as common as you might think. Only 46% of cultures actually kiss romantically.
Oh.
I'm talking about husband and wives, lovers. Less than half of all humans actually kiss on the lips.
Wow.
Dr. Cotto, pediatricians.
Yeah.
What's the general advice to parents about kissing on the lips? And we just heard the James family say they heard about a child being kissed on the lips and breaking out.
And breaking out. And that's something I wanted to speak to because it does matter in terms of age. When we're talking about infants, that's very, very young children. You know, infants, their immune system is very new. It's still developing, and they're very vulnerable to severe infections. We often recommend for very small children, for infants, that we don't kiss on the lips because we want to minimize the potential risk for infection that just doesn't need to be there. And that's very specific with the young babies.
I'll tell you, there's an old wives' tale in Turkey, where my family's from, adding one more country in the mix, that you actually want a little of that kissing because you want the child to get the immune system and the bacteria from the parents.
Interesting.
We know that actually with children delivered through the vaginal canal, they pick up the bacteria from the mom. And it's a benefit as opposed to cesarean sections. So, Dr. Varma, what about the confusion that might happen with kids if they're kissing their parents on the lips and then they see, as they get older and older, romantic opportunities or other people who don't think it's right?
Yes. You know, the vast majority of children will be able to know the difference, but a lot of times parents need to take cues from the children. So if the kid is hesitating and they're moving back, don't push yourself on them.
So in our family, we do what the kids want to do. When they're very small, they may actually kiss us on the lips.
Are you talking about our family?
Oh, geez.
Maybe I can weigh in here.
Oh, gosh. My daughter, Daphne, should you be watching my grandchildren? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm taking a quick break from them to weigh in on this important topic, actually. What were you going to say we did in our family? I'm curious.
I was going to say we followed the cues from the kids when they were really young. If they kiss us on the lips, we kiss them on the lips. Philo, the oldest one, has sort of stopped doing that. John misses half the time when he tries to kiss me. And little Nika can't choose yet because she's too young. But then usually as they got older, they sort of, self-move themselves in the cheek kissing. What do you think? Did I get it right? Did I pay attention to the kissing?
That is what I remember, actually. I remember kissing on the lips when we were little. And I remember us being the ones who were like, okay, we're over that now and moving on from that. But I love to hear just the social development elements of not smothering your kids, of showering them with affection. When they're so little and they're so delicious, I can't even imagine not just kissing every piece of skin of theirs I could get my hands.
Just keep making lots more of them so I can kiss them. Thank you. All right, I love you, honey. So let me give you my final thoughts on this. I actually don't really think it matters if you kiss on the lips or not. I think it just matters that you show your love. So it's not whether you love them, it's whether they know you love them. So true. Little different, right? I got lots of smart parents saying the same thing, and I think Daphne would agree. So when we come back, we're taking on another topic that many of you are guilty about. At least you talk about like you're guilty, but you just don't know if it's right or wrong. Social media creeping. You know what that is? Social media creeping? Yeah, you know who you are if you're guilty. Stay with us.
Foolproof Pantry Prep with Rachel Ray.
You have a lower rate of dementia if you eat diets like these.
All New Oz.
That's coming up on Monday. All right, so I'm backstage because someone in my audience is about to get called out for something you just don't talk about, but probably spend hours doing: social media creeping. With Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can find out all the details about someone else's life in just an instant. It's just so easy to keep clicking, right? Take a look at what my team uncovered.
Time to fess up, everyone. Most of us are guilty of social media creeping. You know, browsing someone's profile for an extended period of time, and you don't even click the like button. You found out everything about them, like they went to Australia in 2013, or that they really love animals. So let me break down the different type of social media creepers out there. Case found number 1, the ex-creeper. You've been broken up with and you've thrown out all reminders of your old boo. But all of a sudden, you find yourself on his page. And then you're trying to find out who that girl is in his picture. Does he have a new fling already? Next thing you know, you're deep in his tag photos, looking for clues that they're together. You've gone full Homeland, girl. The voyeuristic creeper. This is just your classic social media tumble down a rabbit hole. You start looking at one friend's page, but then you notice a picture of her with someone you've never met. 10 minutes later, you're looking at that girl's cousin's friend's vacation photos from Aruba. Why? And it looks like one of you out there is such an expert social media creeper that you should have a degree in it.
My friend Jess is the deep diver of all deep divers. She spends hours going through social media accounts of people she doesn't even know. Is social media creeping healthy for you?
Jessica, right?
Yeah. Hi.
So I'm told you're very proud of how effective you are trolling through people's information on social media, learning all kinds of tidbits about them. How does it feel to be called out on this?
You know what? I'm good at it, so I'll take it.
I love that you own that.
Yeah.
So what is it? Why are you and so many folks fascinated by social media creeping?
Honestly, I'm surrounded by social media even in my industry where I work, and I'm just like indulge in it every single day. I find interest in just like scrolling through people's stuff. It kind of like just sparks a little excitement in your brain. I don't know.
Well, I like the way you described it. It
Yeah.
sparks a little excitement. This has been very helpful. Because I finally understand what's really going down. Because I know it happens so frequently. So I'm going to talk to someone who understands this. You know, what it is about getting a thrill from social media. Psychiatrist Sue Varma is back to Sue. You heard this concept of a spark. That's what Jessica said. There's a little spark in her brain. So what's going on inside the brain when someone's going through and creeping through on social media and finding some beautiful little tidbit they never would have known before?
So it's, you know, Dr. Oz, we are two things by nature, voyeuristic and competitive. So it is totally normal to be fascinated by somebody else's life. And what's happening in the brain is that the dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure, the same thing that increases when you're eating chocolate, when you're skiing, when you're bungee jumping, skydiving, you get excited when you see images of people.
To break this down for us, obviously we're all curious about other people. That's what makes us human.
Absolutely.
But when do we cross the line and it becomes not such a healthy thing for us to do social media creeping?
Yeah. Ask yourself 3 key questions. How do you feel afterwards? If you say that you're feeling worse, and frequently because we're comparing ourselves to other people, how do we stack up? How do we measure? That's the problem. It's not the fascination and the curiosity. And if you find that you're feeling envious, they had a better vacation, they're in Aspen, they're skiing, they're in Vail, I want to be there. That's the problem. Second question is, do you find that you're spending more and more time as a result? Are you not booking a vacation? Are you not exercising to get that 6-pack abs? I mean, that's not realistic. I know I'm never going to be there. But that's the problem, right? Because we're too busy creeping and not busy enough having our lives on our own. And the third thing is when you're not looking on your feed, how do you feel? Do you feel anxious? And that's a sign that this is now becoming a compulsive behavior and it's taking on a life of its own.
Are you guys anxious now? That you're not creeping on social media?
Honestly, it's a good break, but I know what she means. I'm definitely like,
You're jonesing, right?
You
It's like
want
an
to
addiction.
like find something out.
All right. We're gonna come back to you later on to ask you guys about all these questions because it's worth figuring out. Coming up, the viral tweezing videos online that you don't like to admit that you watch, because I know you do, and you secretly love them. Stay with us.
The Atlanta child murders.
Wayne's told me he's killed no one.
Is the right man behind bars. All new Oz.
That's coming up on Tuesday. We are back talking about things we just don't talk about. Now, a secret obsession that you all do behind closed doors. Tweezing. Tweezing. Millions are finally opening up all over social media about their secret hair plucking habits. And you can't watch these videos too many times. It's just, look at this. 11 million people watch this video right here. You can't stop watching. Look at that. Don't you? Let it come. Come on, a little more. Cheer it on. Go! Did you all feel good about that? Not disgusting. You say that, but you love it. Right, today, why are we so obsessed with tweezing? And the bigger question we need to talk about, should we really tweeze that hair or not? Family physician Dr. Jen Caudle is here to set the record straight. So these tweezing videos, you just can't unsee that.
I can't stop watching. Oh
11 million people saw that hair plucked out.
Yeah. I mean, it's the funny thing is, I'm watching it
again.
Yeah, we're watching it again. I mean, it's just so satisfying to a lot of people. Look at that. Wait. Almost.
Stop plucking around.
But that's how a lot of people feel. Is it's so satisfying, and there you go, and you just can't help yourself.
So Dr. Caudle is going to show us the precise way, the proper way to tweeze.
Yes.
So here's the skin.
This is our skin, yes. So we want to make sure our skin is clean, first of all. It's very important. Clean skin.
Alcohol, soap and water?
Soap and water is good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good
And
with
then
that.
let's say you got a hair like this.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Let me get the tweezers.
Yeah, okay.
There.
Giant
All right,
tweezers.
I'm ready.
Okay, we are ready. So, I mean, we can see the problem with this. There's some your directional issues. But the thing about it is trying to get this little hair, it's so difficult because we give a little bit of trauma to the skin around. You mash the skin, it causes trauma, maybe some infection. So if the hair is too short, it's not going to work. You want to make sure that hair is long enough, first of all, to be able to tweeze, something like this. And I always say, make sure your tweezers are clean. So important, because sometimes we don't clean the tweezers rather, and we should, but I always like to pull in the direction that the hair is growing as well. That's very important.
So follicles down here.
Yeah, follicles down here. Straight up. Mm-hmm.
Grab it as low as you can.
Yep, and just pull straight out.
Gentle. Look, that feels good, doesn't it? Look at that. Oh, look at that. 11 more million. There. Doesn't just look, oh my goodness, that's such a turn on.
It's so gratifying to so many people. And remember, sometimes there can be infection or trauma or irritation, but for the most part, tweezing is usually pretty safe. So just gotta be careful.
So I promised today that nothing will be off limits. Let's talk about how to tweeze some hairs in the most embarrassing places. Shayna's here. She's agreed to hold nothing back. Nothing back. So where's the embarrassing place in your body that you have awkward times when you tweeze?
Most of the time, it's my chin and the side of my hair. My face right here.
You just don't like it?
No, not at all.
Right.
It's not good.
Would you mind showing us your technique for tweezing?
Sure.
You're a brave woman.
And tell me what you normally do.
So normally, I try to just locate where they are. So I find one like here.
Here are tweezers.
Thank you. So I just get up and I try to go underneath. This one.
Oh, I see it, yeah. That
wow.
was fast.
Yeah. There we go. You're good.
Why do we get hairs like in our chin in crazy places like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why we get. I get chin hairs. I can't stand them. A lot of us, bless your heart, we get them, don't we?
Yes.
A lot of people get chin hairs. There's a lot of reasons: genetics, hormones, sometimes even medications can contribute to chin hair. The most important reason, or the thing that we have to remember, is that sometimes they just come. It's okay every once in a while to pluck one of the hairs, so long as you do it safely and cleanly. For the most part, it's okay.
All right, so we're going to put a tweezing guide online. And I know this is a hard topic to bring up, especially in public, but tell someone you care about today about their hair. It's a tactic that I'm going to tell you about. It's going to be called Friends Don't Let Friends Tuft Around. You know what tufting is? When the hair builds up a little bit, right? So stop tufting around. What the tuft, you could say. All right, don't be a tuft guy and point at where the hair is. But they'll thank you for it eventually. We'll be right back. Up next, if you're worried about the flu season, pay attention because two groundbreaking health pioneers are here with their cutting-edge plan to supercharge your immune system. It's Rudy Tanzi and Deepak Chopra. Stay tuned for their personalized self-healing plan. Be right back. With this year's flu season on track to be among the worst in over a decade, today's show is all about supercharging your immunity right now. And two groundbreaking health pioneers are here with their cutting-edge self-healing plan to supercharge your immune system. Please welcome a power team of integrative medicine heavyweights, Dr. Deepak Chopra and Dr. Rudy Tanzi. They happen to be good friends of mine as well. Deepak, immunity and our immune system. You argue, and you have for a long time, that we're thinking about it all wrong.
Well, usually people think about immunity as just as pertaining to infection, but immunity is resistance to disease and resilience. And overall, immunity means immunity to stress and to inflammation. Inflammation, low-grade inflammation, is a common factor in almost every chronic disease. So immunity is more than just antibodies to infection.
All right, so come down here. I want to start off with the very first part of our plan to supercharge your immunity. Each day we want you to do 3 things. You can add 3 things in. The first is to customize your coffee with inflammation-fighting boosts, which is, you argue, coffee. Why is coffee the superstar in supercharging our immunity?
Well, right now there's a lot of good information about coffee being a mitigating factor in things like liver cancer, alcoholic cirrhosis, and there are other factors that we don't know about at the moment.
So, Rudy, a lot of us just add sugar and cream to our coffee, which I know most of us who are listening right now. You argue that's a big problem. So what are the secret add-ins that can supercharge your immunity?
Well, let's keep adding foods that help fight inflammation, fight what's called oxidative stress that breaks down tissues. One is dark chocolate. So you could take dark chocolate nibs like these, they're delicious, and they're full of all kinds of chemicals that help protect your cells against inflammation as you get older. So they protect against what are called free radicals. So you can put those in and stir those in, and they're delicious, and it gives some flavor to the coffee.
Wait, so you're giving us coffee and you're giving us chocolate?
Yes.
What else do you want, guys? Seriously, what else do you want?
2 of the greatest things.
And if you wanted to add a tiny bit of sugar, if you needed it, you could.
You could. I mean, probably not a refined white sugar, but more of a raw sugar is probably a little better for that
Deepak,
purpose.
what's your take? What do you add into your coffee?
I add a little bit of cinnamon sticks and whole cloves because you get used to the taste very fast and you lose your desire for sugar. These are antioxidants as well.
All right, so since both of you make this without any sugar, I want to test it out to see if it actually works with real people.
Okay.
Not, doctors, but real people. So I've asked 2 members of our bike club, harsh critics, Gabrielle and Sophia. They have both tried these add-ons. So which one did you guys like better? And tell me about your taste thoughts.
So I like the chocolate one. I don't care too much for the cinnamon because I'm just diehard chocolate. So.
Got it. What do you think?
For me, I actually like the cinnamon. It gave me a hot toddy feel, and the fact that the component of cleansing, I really like it. It was very crisp and not too bitter, so I think I could get back into this.
Did it bother you that there wasn't sugar?
Initially, it did. It kind of took me aback, but after a few sips, you get used to the taste. And like I said, it's very crisp, it's very clean, and it's something I think I can enjoy on a regular basis.
Well, that what just says the most important thing for everybody to hear. You could do it on a regular basis, and as long as you get a little of that bitterness out of the coffee, which the cinnamon will do and the dark chocolate will do, you don't need the sugar and the cream.
You can do all of them, actually.
Oh my God, that's radical.
Yes.
Tanzi. Thank you very much, Bike Club. Coming over here. The next step is to resynchronize your biorhythm with your immune system. And Rudy, if you can, explain biorhythms and help us appreciate why they're so critical to the immune system.
Well, the 2 most important things as we get older, exercise and sleep, in addition to diet. So during exercise, you wipe out inflammation in the brain, you clear out the pathology that causes Alzheimer's. You even cause new nerve cells to be born in the brain with exercise. When you exercise, you're tired at night. If I play basketball Tuesday, Thursdays, I sleep better. Now with sleep, when you get that deep sleep, again, you're clearing out inflammation in the brain, you're consolidating memory. So it's a cycle. You sleep more, and then you're more willing to exercise. Exercise and get tired, and now you're going to sleep better. So you want those 2 to work in sync.
Perfect. So now we get that. Deepak, come on closer if you don't mind. Let's go through these steps. The first one, to sync the biorhythm, is to stand up for a few minutes every single day. That's simple?
Stand up for a few seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, walk around just there for a few seconds. The second is walk around the block at least once an hour if you can, but at least once or twice a day. I actually do 10,000 steps a day. The third is take some rest. Take a minute every hour. And finally, prioritize sleep. So this balance between standing, walking, taking a minute, and sleeping is synchronizing your biological rhythms.
Guys, I think that sounds pretty simple. It doesn't cost anything. Some of your mother would have told you to do. We just have world-class scientists telling you, so follow their advice. Up next, a social experiment I have never heard about before. It is called the time capsule. Find out why reliving your past can actually help your immune system stay stronger.
Foolproof Pantry Prep with Rachel Ray.
You have a lower rate of dementia if you eat diets like these.
All new Oz.
That's coming up on Monday. We are back with world-renowned doctors Deepak Chopra and Rudy Tanzi. Now, we tested out the next step of their customizable plan to supercharge your immunity with a social experiment that you're not going to believe. And you can all do it yourself. For the first time ever, we're going to go back in time to reverse your body's inner aging. So, really fascinating research about the inner time capsule experiment. Walk us through this.
Yeah,
How's it changing our thoughts around aging?
It's pretty amazing because, you know, all of your experiences are recorded in your brain. And these things called synapses, right? And how those experiences are regurgitated by your brain determines who you are. So this was a really cool experiment that was done a few years ago by Professor Ellen Langer at Harvard. She took 5 men in their 70s. You know, they weren't sick, but they weren't in the best shape, and put them in a house in New Hampshire where they played all of the music and TV shows, even the technology. Everything was like a time capsule of 20 years before. So they played Perry Como, and the TV shows were correct. So they felt like for a week they were back 20 years younger. Then they take them out, and they had 5 other guys who just lived in a regular house. And they had people judge them. Dexterity, posture, just the ability to be pliable. Even an intelligence test, they just nailed it. They just were better in every single category over the other 5 guys who were basically the same, but living in a regular house like they would today.
So someone restate this, we're all on the same page. Living like you're younger actually improves your mental abilities, and in this experiment, even their flexibility and eyesight. So we thought we'd try this out in real time. For the first time ever, we did our own time capsule experiment. It takes Throwback Thursdays and Flashback Fridays to a whole new level. And my good friends Elaine and Adrian actually tried this out. They're right there in the front row. You're going to hear their answers in a second. But real quickly, what they did is before the experiment, they filled out a questionnaire rating their stress and fatigue. Then both women flashed back to when they were 16 years of age, right? They asked themselves, what would I have done if I were 16? Right? And after doing this for 3 days, they filled out the questionnaire again, and then they rated their stress and fatigue levels. So we can all do this ourselves. But I want to hear what they experienced. So, Elaine, how did it feel like to be doing this experiment?
It was so amazing. I literally felt 16 again. I didn't have a Walkman or a tape recorder, but it just brought so much energy to me. And I don't know about you, but I felt like I could do a cartwheel. I didn't attempt it, but I felt like I could do
Harder
it.
than me.
Aiden, did you try cartwheels? And if not, what was your favorite thing about being 16 again?
Oh, I have to pick one. My favorite part about being 16, it was just reliving the feelings and the emotions, and I felt like Leonardo DiCaprio in my favorite movie, The Titanic. It was like, I'm king of the world! Yes!
There they go.
That was it.
There they go. like friends at 16, they do that. So, time to reveal the results. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, Elaine, before the experiment, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is stressed out all the time, you were 7. You were 7, which is pretty typical for all of us. On a scale of 1 to 10, when 10 is tired all the time, you gave yourself a 7 as well. So there's her grades. And after the experiment, her stress was a 1.
Yeah.
And Elaine's fatigue was a 2.
It's really true.
Gargantuan differences, which I think are reflected in how you feel.
It really did. And even the way the rest of the day, I was just feeling so energized, excited. I was allowed to just be 16, and there were no, not consequences, but just go, just do it.
Well, we just heard in a real experiment, it did make a difference. Now you're telling me the same. Let's see if it worked as well for Adrian. You say your stress was a 5 and your fatigue was an 8. Mm-hmm. And after the experiment, you rated both as a 1.
Yeah.
Were you surprised by that kind of improvement?
Listen, I was so surprised by that. Now, one thing about me that I love, I understand positive mindset, but I never thought about taking the concept of just positivity and bringing it to your nostalgia and reliving that time frame. And it was just, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
So, Deepak, what's the big message here? How does this actually supercharge your immunity?
There are 3 types of aging: psychological age, chronological age. Chronological is what your birth certificate says. And then biological age, which is biomarkers. So when you shift your mood, which these ladies did, there are neurotransmitters that get activated: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, opiates. There's a new one called anandamide, which is the
Every week a new one.
neurotransmitter for joy.
Yeah.
And so they were experiencing joy. And these neurotransmitters happen to be immunomodulators. They optimized and fine-tuned, and that's how it happens.
All right, so I got a little surprise for you all. Here's a bonus flashback. You recognize these guys? Look behind me. That is me and Rudy, who's something else, Rudy, and Deepak in our teenage years. They can't even defend themselves. Find the plan to supercharge immunity at DrOz.com. And on my app, I'm feeling better already with those pictures. Be sure to pick up a copy of The Healing Self today. We'll be right back with a real surprise.
The Atlanta child murders.
Wayne's told me he's killed no one.
Is the right man behind bars. All new Oz.
That's coming up on Tuesday. Wrinkles, fine lines, the loss of firmness. Now it may be possible to go beyond reducing the existing signs of aging, and you may be able to fight future wrinkles too. Today we are using a 3D device to look through the barriers of your skin to show you what you can do to combat the telltale signs of aging. But first, I wanted to see how a busy lifestyle can accelerate signs of aging. Take a look.
When it comes to a busy lifestyle, there is no better example than the life of a nurse. They work crazy shifts, sometimes throughout the night. So we asked some very tired nurses to take a break with us and talk face-to-face about their skin issues. Do you have any skin woes or skin issues?
Absolutely. I definitely worry about wrinkles, dark circles, crow's feet, anything that's gonna make me look aged.
I feel like now that I'm in my early 30s, I'm starting to notice differences in my skin and my face.
I feel like I really don't have a lot of moisture. I'm just dry all the time.
So what toll has this job taken on your skin?
We don't get to drink water. We don't get to hydrate. So that's really a big problem.
Wow, okay.
Coffee isn't hydration?
No.
Because of all the dryness, I'm starting to get wrinkles.
You're young.
No, I'm 40.
40?
Yeah. I feel like the stress shows on my face. When you get home, you look at your face, you're like, oh, wow.
I'm noticing like wrinkles on my forehead, lack of sleep. I'm getting like dark circles under my eyes. Working 12 hours, I'm looking for the easiest way skin maintenance.
Dr. Oz, I'm gonna let them continue saving lives, but let's repair their skin.
You gotta love that, Renata. All right, here to help us understand is Dr. Rothia Rivera on behalf of my trusted sponsorship partner, L'Oreal Paris. So in your research, and you're world class at this, is it ever too early to start protecting your skin to prevent aging?
Well, aging is something every single woman thinks about. I like to think of wrinkles as a sign that you've lived, laughed, or maybe like me have had some babies that kept you up at night. But we always want to look our best, don't we? Yeah. So, as a scientist, I have some really exciting good news. We found a new way to fight wrinkles. To do this, you must go beyond correcting your existing signs of aging, like fine lines, wrinkles, and firmness, and actually resist new damage before it starts. The key to this is to work on those wrinkles while you repair your skin barrier.
All right, so if you've lived or loved or had kids, anything else, frankly, let me show you how repairing your skin barrier can help you fight future wrinkles and maybe deal with the ones you already have. So let's pretend this is your cheek. Your cheek is so beautiful here, and there's a little barrier, right? Your skin is a barrier, shield for the skin that's back here, right? It's all part of one big package. And it starts off so beautiful and smooth, flawless. But over time, things like a busy lifestyle, lack of sleep, dehydration, pollution, they become risk factors, and living and loving and having kids.
Exactly, and these factors, in a sense, poke holes into the skin barrier
like this and this
and
this.
break down collagen. This is the collagen in your skin,
when that happens, you can actually bend this down a little bit and you end up with these little wrinkles.
Wrinkles on the top of your surface of your skin. Yes.
Now, what are you going to do about that? Well, that's why we're here today. Because if you do it right, there are certain ingredients on your skin, things like Centella asiatica to help repair the skin barrier, and proretinol to help reduce the signs of fine lines and wrinkles. So the skin itself begins to get rehabilitated, and those wrinkles, they begin to go away. You create a protective cocoon over the skin to help repair your skin barrier and smooth out wrinkles. So it's about fixing these building blocks. There's real science here. So what do you recommend to women who want to help fight off the signs of aging they have or resist the signs that might be coming at them?
I recommend a brand new product from L'Oreal Paris. It's called Revitalift Cica Cream. And it is a facial daily moisturizer. It not only helps you with fine lines and wrinkles that you already have, but it will also help you resist future damage before it starts. By how? By repairing your skin barrier like we just saw. It is fragrance-free, so it's extra gentle on sensitive skin, paraben-free, and it has been tested by dermatologists.
Good for you. So many of you complain about allergies you get from a lot of that stuff that's added in there. All right, so we wanted to see how well it would work, so I asked 2 members of the audience to try this out for a few weeks. So Christine, we'll start with you. Why did you agree to try the product in the first place? What was bothering you?
Well, I've been a nurse for 26 years.
Are you a nurse?
Yes.
God bless you. Would you like our nurses in our little package?
Yes, I love that. Yes, it brought me back to my hospital days. And I often work 12-hour shifts. Last week I worked 4 out of 5 days. It was 12-hour days. And I needed some moisturizing and hydrating for my skin. And I need something that I can apply real quick. Because when the alarm goes off in the morning, I turn it off a couple times, put it on real quick and run out the door. So and then at night, I'm often so tired, I just want to put something on and go to bed.
So have you noticed the difference over the past few weeks?
Yes, my skin feels softer. It doesn't feel gritty and sandy like my hands do. Being a nurse, I frequently wash my hands or use instant sanitizer. And I was putting on makeup one morning a couple months ago, and I thought, oh, my face feels very sandy. I need something to moisturize it. And especially this year, I can't believe I'm saying this because my mother and grandmother said never tell your age. But in July, I'll be 50. And I thought,
whatever you're doing it right.
Thank you. And if I didn't start doing something now, I'd probably regret it. And I just wanted to start moisturizing and hydrating with the cream.
I'm so happy. Nurses are so real. They just tell you exactly what's going down. Kathy also tried it for a couple of weeks. How often do you use the cream?
I've been using the cream twice a day, once in the morning and then once in the evening and go to bed. It's super simple. It's a great texture. It's easy for a busy working mom like myself. So it's been great.
What kinds of benefits have you noticed?
My skin is normally very dry, especially in the winter months. And this cream has really increased the suppleness of my skin. And I've noticed a reduction in fine lines. And this is actually the best my skin has looked since using this cream.
Good for you. Listen, I get to have audience members brag to America about things that we talk about, but we go one step further today. We go a little science experiment. And since you're a nurse, if you don't mind volunteering.
And a mom.
And a mom, a nurse and a mom. And she's probably lived and loved all that other stuff too. So come on over here. Dr. Rivera is going to try out a little experiment. Take the results one step further. And this is a device that we've never shown on the show before. So take it away, Dr. Rivera.
So this is called a Herox optical machine. We brought it from our advanced research lab in New Jersey. And although Cica cream is for your face, like you've been using, we're gonna put it to the test. We're gonna look at the skin 100 times magnified and see what Cica can do in a very dry area.
Just show me how it works.
So we're gonna look at her skin 100 times magnified. And what you're seeing here is all those cracks are cracks, they're dehydrated skin. So let's apply your Cica cream. Again, it's for the face, and see what happens.
And we have the before picture while you're getting that. Let me show you the before picture if everyone should see this.
How about that after? And so what you see, it's immediately with just one use, you're seeing your skin, how it's plumped, hydrated, and when you use it on your face, which is what this is for, your fine lines and wrinkles will also be minimized.
Thank you.
So how do you find Revitalift Cica Cream? How much does it cost? Give us the details.
You can find it at Walmart for just under $14.
Good for you. What do you think?
I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Now, I want to help everyone in this audience age equally beautifully. So guess what? Thanks to my partner, L'Oreal Paris, you are all going home with a brand new Revitalift Cica Cream. So enjoy it. Share it with your friends, and we'll be right back. I want you to meet a woman who's making a big difference, all by throwing get-togethers and parties. I actually met her at a celebration for women of worth thrown by our trusted sponsor, L'Oreal. Now take a look at how Lulu is inspiring communities all over the country.
My name is Lulu Cerrone.
I'm currently a freshman in college, and I founded a youth activism organization called Lemonade Warriors. Growing up, one of my favorite things was always to have lemonade stands with my friends at the foot of my driveway. And one day my mom made a very simple suggestion. She suggested that we just take the money that we raised from our lemonade stands and donate it to a local organization. And it really was this crazy moment because I realized that just this thing I was doing with my friends for fun could actually make real impact.
Adding that element of charity and giving to their simple lemonade stand actually doubled the fun.
So I wanted to sort of expand that idea and make it something more applicable to, all kinds of social events. And so that's how I thought of the idea for Philanthro Parties. A Philanthro Party is any social gathering, big or small, with some sort of purpose behind it that benefits the world in a positive way. Young people are really just taking this idea of Philanthro Parties and running with it.
So this is a Philanthro Party, and what we're doing is the spin class, and all the profits from the spin class are going directly to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. You get to come with your friends, make a difference, and just get to make social activism part of your social life.
So Lulu's joining us now. We all had lemonade stands growing up, but you've taken it one step further. How did the average family create a Philanthro Party to meet your expectations?
Well, my biggest tip is really just to keep it simple. Take a look at your calendar and see what you're already doing. For example, maybe you have a birthday coming up. Then you can ask for donations to a worthy cause instead of birthday presents. Also, if you can, add an element of competition. I mean, that's what was really successful for me in my initial lemonade stands, was just challenging my friends to see who could raise the most money.
All right, so I challenge you to make the best lemonade for me you could. And this is your gift to all of us. So share your little secret. This is no refined sugar in this, right?
Yes. So traditional lemonade has tons of refined sugar. So I decided to replace that with all-natural maple syrup. And I created this maple lemonade, especially for you, Dr. Oz.
Well, thank you.
And also, maple is a symbol of Canada. And my Nana lives in Canada.
Your Nana?
She does, and she happens to be a huge Dr. Oz fan.
Well, thank you very much. I got to meet Nana. This is what Nana looks like, by the way. She's a cute and a sprite woman. All right, so real quick, we take the lemon juice, water.
Yes. You need around 4 cups of water, around 4 to 5 lemons, and a 1/3 cup maple syrup, and mix it all together.
And it looks beautiful. Now, what is the secret about the color here? Why'd you make one that's, they're a different color?
So this is my pro tip, actually. After doing lots of lemonade stands, I found that strawberry lemonade tends to sell a lot better than normal lemonade. So you can blend up some strawberries and throw it in there, and there you go. You're likely to raise a lot more money for worthy causes that way.
The color works. And this tastes fabulous with the maple syrup. Congratulations. And I'm very proud of you for winning one of the Women of Worth Awards.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to put the recipe online, plus more of Lulu's Philanthro Party ideas for your family. Check it out, including her book, Philanthro Parties, which is out now. Everyone here? You all going over the copy. Enjoy it. Remember, happy and healthy starts at home.